answered that. We talked about that. So don't talk out your neck because you want what you want. If you're saying you want unity, keep doing that, man. Don't stop playing with me, man. Stop running your mouth. You shouldn't. It's dangerous. It's dangerous.
No doubt.
You talking about somebody who went to war with police. It's dangerous. Attempted murders in the height of my career. It's dangerous. You don't know nothing about that, man.
No.
You sit up here and your job is to play games. But play with something safe, man. Don't play with me.
What it is, chat? You in the dungeon with your boy K the fuck I ask. And all I ask you do is this, gang. Feed me. And I'm gonna tell you again. Feed me. 50K subs, chat. I need them subs, chat. Tap in right now with a like, a subscription. Let me stop playing. Tap in right now with a like, comment, subscribe. You already know where you at. You in a dungeon with your boy KIX. And I'm about to show you how we get down the KIX way. Today, chat, we tapping in. We tapping in fully. We had to take it all the way to New York with this one, chat. Ooh. We ain't playing no more games. We went to the Bronx with my boy Schmurda. What it is, Bobby. But what we asking today, chat, is where Bobby at? It seemed like ever since he came back home, he ain't been dropping no oil. He ain't been putting out that work. He been slipping on the job. Like, he ain't trying to make no more money. What it is, Bobby? Turn up or turn out. You can't go off your name no more. But what I ask you do, chat, is feed me 50K subs. We need them subs today. Like the channel, subscribe to the channel. Hit me in the comment box. I'm gonna keep it a bang. You see them tags up there? Hit them buttons. And we into it. Let's go. Money. And see, we don't get no more Bobby like that no more. Bobby don't walk through the hood no more. I think it's like a couple months out type-ish. You know? Type-ish. You know. Those six pick me take me out of town when I was 14. You already know. Feed me 50K subs, chat. Tap in. We tapped in right now. Strap in. What happened to Schmurda?
Now, the Brooklyn rapper who took the world by storm after releasing one of the most viral songs of the 2010s. This is Bobby Shmurda, and it's already been 10 years since he released the iconic song that blew him up.
10 years.
In 2014, Bobby released a music video to one of the songs off his album, Shmurda She Wrote. This music video would go absolutely viral, starting memes and the shmoney dance that everyone was doing. However, late in 2014, Bobby was arrested for conspiracy to end a life, weapons possession, and reckless endangerment. He eventually pleaded guilty in 2016 when he was sentenced to 5 years in prison. Bobby would be released from prison in 2021, ready to prove that—
Hold up. Was that a prison photo that we just seen with him with the red on? Him standing all feminine and shit? What? When he caught them years, boy, his face was broke down. I don't blame you though, chat. Look, we bringing you something today. We got Hello Fresh. And if you like eating fresh, either it's raw meat, cooked meat, sushi, whatever it is, you vegan, you want a chicken rocks, you want to sauce it up, look, you get one box for a $60 value. A Hello Fresh on me. 30 days free. Did I say 30 days? I'm going to give you some more. 3 months free. Hello Fresh. Eat fresh on me, chat. All you gotta do is hit that tag you see on the screen or follow the video and you're going to see it in the description. Hello Fresh. 3 months on me free. Your boy KIX, the KIX way. Hit that tag. I'm gonna get you right. Think about it. I mean, it wasn't that long of a time, but just think about it. 7 years of your life gone. Gone. Down the drain. Woo. I can't, boy. I probably had that face too. Nah. This nigga crazy, bro.
He had turned his life around after his incarceration. Over the past few years, Bobby has maintained a low profile as he's stated that he no longer wants to be a part of the rap game. In July, he even went on to say that he doesn't listen to rap music anymore at all.
He capped out. He's just trying to make an excuse.
You're watching Rap House TV.
Hey, chat. Is that zesty or not? Like, what? Ain't no real man doing that.
You're watching Rap House
Look at him.
TV.
He doing a little bit too much snapping and popping. His shirt up and shit. What?
You're watching Rap House
No, Bobby, no. No.
I thought Sally would have rehab. But I was just bullshitting, man.
Tap into reality. Go
Tap
get you some
in.
money. Basically, Bobby
Hey,
was
chat.
saying that while everyone's out.
Tap in right now with a like if you think that was a dude in the bed with Bobby. I know that wasn't no female with a box head like that. It, bro. I done seen a lot of females. Distance, close up, far away, whatever. Forehead ain't shaped like that. Bobby, you got a lot of explaining to do. You know this a little outdated, but you still got some explaining to do. You zesty or you not? I don't care either way around. I'm just trying to figure where you went at. Where that hard Bobby at? Where that gooned out Bobby at? The Bobby that made that Schmurda. That Bobby bitch. Bobby bitch. And you know we in a lot of bit. That Bobby. Where you at? And I heard you drop a couple of songs on the tube. And you was on Twitch, matter of fact. Yeah, that shit was fire. You in a dungeon with your boy Kitty Fucker X. All I asked you to do was feed me 50K subs. We back in
They're
it.
gossiping and spreading rumors. He's focused on making money and living his life. He didn't stop there, though. Bobby also made another Instagram post that's since been deleted, but in that post, he addressed the girl who was in bed with him during that
Deleted
infamous
it.
video. He
Zesty.
said all pretty girls got big foreheads.
No.
Then he told all the real ones to go follow one of his little babies, hinting at the girl from the video. It was his way of dismissing the rumors and saying it was definitely a girl next to him, not a guy. But Bobby didn't just keep it to social media. He also had a conversation with DJ Academics, who's had Bobby in his sights since the beginning. During their chat,
You heard what he said? DJ Academics had Bobby in his sight from the beginning. Now we all know, Chad, DJ Academics is zesty as shit. And let's get back in it.
Bobby straight up denied the down low rumors, but also dropped a little extra info that shed light on what might really be going on behind the scenes. According to Bobby, there's more to these rumors than just internet gossip.
coming
He
from
thinks it's part of a
closet.
bigger plot. In his talk with Academics, Bobby hinted that certain people in the music industry aren't happy about him being a free artist now.
Before I drop, or anytime I'm going on tour or some shit, they start some shit. They gotta start rumors to try to keep my distracted. They gotta try to distract my shit. All means necessary.
That's a
It's
dude.
no news that ever since he left Epic Records, Bobby's been pretty vocal about how unhappy he was with the label and how they were controlling everything. In fact, last year, he put up an Instagram story saying, "I ain't been in charge of my music since I was 19 years old, and I just turned 27. Honestly, I don't even know when Ish is dropping, so don't ask me. Go ask them since they want to control everything." Bobby believes that now that he's no longer under their thumb, the label isn't happy, and they're trying to sabotage his career.
He
feels
like
they're
his shit
throwing dirt
moist.
on his name with these kinds of rumors
What?
to undermine him as an artist. According to Bobby, it's all about control. These labels want to control the artists, their music, and most importantly, their money. And since
It's
they don't
money.
have that control over him anymore, they're doing whatever they can to bring him down. Now let's take it back to the Bobby that everyone knew before all of this. Bobby Schmurda was riding high on a wave of success. His breakout hit Hot N went viral, lighting up the internet and leading to a massive record deal with Epic Records. This song was everywhere, with over 900 million views on YouTube and a 5 times platinum certification, meaning it sold more than 5 million copies. Bobby was making bank too, pulling in $20,000 per performance. Despite all this, he still managed to land himself in serious legal trouble. Bobby's run-ins with the law started way before he hit it big in the rap game.
See, that's what I'm talking about right there, chat. When you get up and you in the industry and you getting bank, you can say 20,000 a little money, but it's 20,000 more than you was getting before you was in the industry. You get it, chat? So when you get in the industry, for my YNs out there, when you get in the industry, jump back out the street, cause it's gonna land you where your murder went at 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe even longer. And then you gonna come back out. I hope you got a career. I hope you got a career. But that's not how the music genre go. It's either you come out banging with the first day out. If not, you gonna be on that Young Thug list. Like, he ain't making nothing either. No noise.
His first minor scrape with the law was allegedly nothing serious, but his first documented arrest came on June 3rd, 2014. He was hanging out with friends at his girlfriend's apartment when things went sideways. According to multiple sources, 2 cops were outside the apartment, ready to execute a search warrant for suspected drug activity. The door was already open, so they peeked inside and saw Bobby with a joint in one hand and a gun in the other. The officers then took everyone in the apartment into custody, charging Bobby with criminal possession of a weapon, a felony. Bobby
Isn't that like
insisted
forced
the gun
entry?
was just
That's
a prop
illegal.
for a music video, but the cops weren't buying it. However, Bobby's version of events paints a different picture. He claimed that the cops stormed in, lined everyone up against the wall, and tore the apartment apart looking for something incriminating. They
Without
found
a
a
warrant.
firearm and decided to pin the charge on Bobby. He was
No
then
warrant.
tossed into the back of a cop car and left there for over 8 hours. Later, evidence
Bro, and both of those stories sound like in home invasion. That's what they sound like, a home invasion. No lie, they can't just run up in there because they're the police like that. They need that paperwork, bruh. When you flash that paperwork, you walk in here and do what you need to do in that matter. But you can't come in here and just throw niggas in the wall and you lock me up for the joint because you found it in here because I got the name. But you got all these, man, come on, man. It's either everybody catching this charge together or nobody. And I feel like nobody because you came in there illegally. You feel me? Illegally. You feel me? You ain't going there the right way what they want. You in there illegally. Stop playing, chat. They tweaked out.
showed that none of Bobby's DNA was on the gun. Court documents also revealed that Bobby's lawyer planned to argue against the search warrant, claiming it was issued under false pretenses. Bobby Shmurda's next brush with the law came near the end of summer in 2014. According to multiple reports, Bobby showed up with a group of people for a gig he had at a club in Queens. As soon as he arrived, he was greeted by a bunch of cops who were waiting for him. The police searched the vehicle Bobby was in and found a joint. They immediately pulled everyone out of the car and arrested them on the spot. Bobby's manager, Donnie Flores, had to go to the
Why are you not investing in tax liens? No, seriously. Why are you not investing into one of the most...
I want to show you, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, and it was right there. Me up. I was like, yo.
Subscribe to the channel, like the channel, hit me in the comment box. I'm gonna keep it a bean. You already know where you at. You in the dungeon with your boy K the fucker X, and all I ask you to do is hit the buttons up there. Feed me 50K subs, chat. We need them subs. Tap in right now with a like. Tap in right now with a comment. Tap in right now with a subscribe. Just subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button. Help me in the algorithm. Get me around YouTube. Let's go. We racing. Alright, look, chat. Check it out. I got something for you today. Look. Hulu on me for 30 days free. You can't beat that. 30 days free of Hulu. All you gotta do is hit that tag up there. I'ma get you right. Hulu on your boy KIX free. Look, after the 30 days, you can keep it. You can cut your subscription off, whatever you want to do. But on me today, I'm giving you Hulu for 30 days free. The KIX way. Let's get it. Hit that tag up there to get them 30 days. You want to race?
Like, I never wanted. I don't think I took another shower for like a week and a half, 2 weeks.
When Bobby Schmurda dropped Hot N, he took the world by storm. That summer, the song went viral, and by fall, it hit the top 10 on the Billboard Hot 100.
Cash out.
But by the time Christmas rolled around, Bobby was behind bars. And after spending more than 6 years in prison, he was finally released from Clinton Correctional Facility in February 2021, and the hip-hop community went wild, celebrating his return. But the Bobby Shmurda that came out of prison, he didn't seem like the same person that went in. I mean, just take a look at this.
Like, what is that? Zesty nigga, bro. What the fuck?
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Hell no, Bobby.
Oh man, oh man, oh man.
What the
Since his release, Bobby has been making headlines, but not always for the right reasons.
I'm
feel like
appalled,
he's just not
Jack.
the same Bobby anymore. Some fans say he's fallen off musically, while others think his whole vibe and personality have changed. But now, things have taken a whole new turn, with fans and critics alike questioning who he really is.
That's what got me
It all started
watching.
when Bobby posted a video on his Instagram that had people talking. In the clip, he's chilling in bed with what seems to be two girls after a party. But if you look closely at the person next to Bobby, whose face is covered with the sheets, it's not so obvious that it's a girl. In fact, to some people, it kind of looked like a dude.
Huh?
But I was just boasting, man.
That's when
That's
the
a
internet
nigga,
exploded
bro.
with speculation. Some of the comments were wild, like, Bobby might as well come out of the closet.
Might
He's
as well.
probably always been a homo thug, and now he
Might
just
as
wants
well.
to come out. Others accused him of being bi and using videos with women to cover it up. Honestly, when you see the video, it does make you pause for a second. The person next to Bobby does look a little sus. Maybe it's just the lighting,
a little?
maybe it's something more.
A lot,
It
chat.
got even crazier when a guy named
Look,
Xavier Raza
same,
posted the
come
same
on,
video
man.
on
They
his
got the
Instagram
same
and added a
forehead,
caption
same
that,
everything,
"I'm
man.
shy, but Bobby loves me," hinting that he
Don't
was the
play
one
me,
under the
Jack.
covers.
I see you.
Some people
Don't
thought
play
it was a
me.
joke, while others took it seriously, and Bobby was instantly under fire because of it. Eventually, Raza came forward and tried to set the record straight. He
Going my
apologized
AJ
for the whole
Styles.
situation, saying, "I owe everybody an explanation, but most importantly, I owe an apology to Bobby Schmurda and his fans. I'm sorry for all the confusion I caused this past weekend. That was not me in the video. What was meant to be a harmless joke shook the internet. I never thought my post would go viral, and it was never my intention to mislead anyone." He continued, "I wanted to clear my name and put an end to this rumor. I know what it's like to be bullied for
It's
being
not a
gay,
rumor.
and I would never want to put that on anyone else. I wasn't doing..."
Let's get this established right now, chat. A rumor is he say, she say, he say, she say, that goes around under false pretense that's not true, that nobody never seen. They just heard. That's what that is. What was this? We seen it with our own 2 eyes. And if you wear glasses, you see it with your own 4 eyes. This is not a rumor. This is like actual factual. We seen you. I'm not bullshitting. Come on. You can't bullshit a bullshitter, good. Like, let's get
this
back.
for clout, and I never meant to expose or hurt anyone. Even though Raza tried to explain himself, the damage was already done. People from the hip-hop community took notice of what was going on with Bobby too. It wasn't just fans on social media.
Diddy got to him. That's all I got to say. Diddy got to him, bro.
Looking for gossip. One person who never seems to miss a beat when it comes to news in the culture is Wack 100. Known for always having something to say about everyone and everything, Wack is one of those figures who had mixed feelings about Bobby Schmurda, both before and after his trial. So naturally, when the whole Instagram video thing went down, Wack jumped on Clubhouse to share his thoughts. During a Clubhouse session with a bunch of people, Wack 100 didn't hold back. He flat out said, "What girl? I see a man to the left."
What girl? I see a man and to the left.
He was referring to the mysterious person in the bed next to Bobby, and for Wack, it
That's what
wasn't
I'm saying,
all that
Chad.
shocking. He went on to talk about how situations like this have been happening in big cities like New York, Louisiana, and others for a long time. He basically chalked it up to the culture of these major cities, saying it's just how things are now. One of the women on Clubhouse, who claimed she'd been around Bobby before, backed up Wack's feelings. She said that Bobby had been giving off some homo vibes when she was around him.
Listen to me. The way he walked, the way he was moving, the way he was dancing. You know, you have exotic dancers that dance, right? And they do that thing. But the way Bobby was dancing, nothing exotic was about that. That was gay. You can't put it no other way. That was gay. He moved. Look, bro, on stage, that little dance was gay as fuck. The shit when he was in the house, that, bro, I don't know, man move their hips like that, bro. See how he shined this motherfucking lips up with the Vaseline? Who do that? Maybe Shannon Sharp, but no,
But
not
to be
me.
real, you gotta take everything you hear
Look
on
at this
Clubhouse
shit.
with a grain of salt. People hop on there all the time, saying wild stuff just for attention or clout, and a lot of it turns out to be straight up cap. So, while Wack was talking his talk, you have to be cautious about buying into every single thing said during those sessions. Wack wasn't the only one who weighed in on Bobby's situation, though. Charleston White, known for his blunt opinions, chimed in as well. Charleston claims he noticed Bobby's behavior changing long before the video even dropped. In a recent interview, he pointed out how Bobby's been walking and acting differently since getting out of prison.
Bro.
Schmurda run around shaking his ass.
That's what I'm saying,
He got an
bro.
arch in his back that he can't get rid of. Say the nigga got some feminine appeal now. Say
Bro.
that nigga he got his foot twitched to the side like
He
them
hit that
girls
shit on
take
point
the
though,
pictures.
chat.
According to Charleston, Bobby wasn't the same tough guy that went in. He believes prison changed him. To
For real, it
Charleston,
has.
Bobby's whole demeanor is different, and he's convinced that Bobby isn't straight anymore. He also mentioned how Bobby's music has shifted since he got out. If you look at the tracks Bobby's dropped post-prison, they're way more dance-oriented and less about that hardcore gangsta vibe he had before. Charleston thinks that's a sign of Bobby not being himself anymore. And honestly, when you listen to the music, there's a noticeable difference. Bobby hasn't put out a ton of new music.
I'm sorry to say, chat, your boy got touched. When he was over them walls, somebody ran down in his walls.
Since his release, but the few tracks he has dropped are definitely not what fans expected. It's more about dancing and having a good time, not the gritty street life anthems he was known for before his incarceration. Adding more fuel to the fire, people started side-eyeing Bobby's S-orientation because of something he said in an old interview. Bobby mentioned how he was getting sucked off while in jail. And while most assumed he was talking about female correctional officers, some people raised eyebrows, wondering if he might have been referring to male inmates. That comment, combined with all the rumors floating around, just made people more suspicious.
I got some neck. The reason I ain't get no put is because they used to violate me. They used to put all the bros in the good houses.
But whether that story is true or not, the stigma surrounding black men being turned while in jail is something that's been talked about for years, especially in the rap world. There's always been talk about male rappers being forced into situations in prison, and even just being perceived as gay can be dangerous. In that environment, even a hint of being seen as soft or different can turn someone into a target for P-daters. For instance, in an interview with DJ Vlad, the hip-hop commentator
He said
Taxstone
P-daters.
shared a disturbing story. He recounted how a friend once mentioned that she had heard he was gay. This statement deeply unsettled him, not because it was true, but because of the implications it carried in prison. Where he's from, in prison, even a baseless rumor about one's preference can lead to severe abuse.
Gay or some shit. I was like, it's like, what? I'm like, who said that? But where I'm from, you know, in prison, people use that as a weapon against you.
Merely being seen talking to a gay inmate can result in being labeled as gay, making one a target for P-daters.
Somebody says that you gay and they don't need no proof that much.
Chat, somebody let me know what a P-data is. P-data. It sounds like he's saying, I'm gonna leave that alone. Somebody let me know what P-data is.
All they had to do was see you talk to the gay dude 2-3 times, and they just slap it on you.
Taxstone expressed how
Whoa.
hearing such a rumor was terrifying.
I don't want to
Realizing that
know
if he were
what
still
P
in
Daddy
prison,
is.
that label
Leave
could
it
be
alone,
used
chat.
against him. He described the immense relief he felt upon realizing he wasn't incarcerated at that moment, highlighting the constant anxiety such a threat induces.
Like the gay, like what? Well, you called me what? So in my head, like it was like that's the most dangerous thing you could ever do.
Right,
Is do that. But I had to realize I was in civilization, and I was like, holy shit, I'm bugging. You know what I mean?
Because
Shifting gears to another story about the harsh realities of
I
prison
feel
life,
like-
we have Eddie Mathis, who
Come
was
on,
sentenced
nigga.
to 3 to 9 years for getting
My
into a
bad, I didn't
shootout with
knock
a
you
cop
out.
during a robbery. According to Mathis, when he and a bunch of other young inmates were shipped off to Lawton Central Facility, they had to band together to form a crew called the Youth Center Mob. Their main goal was to protect the young for anyone calling him out or accusing him of being on the down low, and he didn't hold back. He first addressed all the internet trolls and haters on his Instagram saying, "That's why y'all still broke after all these years." Look, we get it.
Schmurda.
Nobody was charged, but the most infamous arrest came a bit later. On December 17th, 2014, in the early hours of Wednesday morning, Bobby and his friends were leaving Quad Studios. Yes, the same studio where Tupac was shot and robbed
I
back
got
in
some history.
1994. After a
Quad.
long night of recording, according to multiple reports, the police arrested Bobby and 14 others. Among those arrested were his brother, Javez, and his close friend and fellow rapper, Rowdy Rebel. The charges
Rebel.
against Bobby were serious: conspiracy to commit murder, reckless endangerment, drug possession, and gun possession. Bobby was looking at 8 to 25 years in prison. The other 14 faced even graver charges like murder, attempted murder, assault, and drug dealing, which could mean life in prison. At the hearing the next day, Bobby pled not guilty to all charges and was held on a massive $2 million bail. According to several media outlets, the NYPD had been
mil.
investigating GS9 for a long time, well before Bobby even became famous. To the police, GS9 was a gang, not just a rap group like Bobby claimed. They were allegedly involved in murders, shootings at crowds in public places, drug dealing, and deadly battles with rival gangs. The cops even tried to use Bobby's lyrics against him in court, but the Supreme Court ruled that they couldn't be used as evidence in the trial. So Bobby embarked on his journey to await trial at Rikers Island. In case you didn't know, Rikers
So,
Island...
time out. Let me know why Melly's still locked up then. Let me know, chat. Why is Melly still locked up? You heard what he just said? They can't use his raps against him in the court. Melly need to go to the Supreme Court. Apparently, Melly ain't got that money like Smoney had, because Smoney went to the Supreme Court with his. Somebody tell Melly he need to go to the Supreme Court to get that case thrown out, because it's just, they going off his song. I got murder on my, they going off the song. Now, listen, now granted, there is some wild ass evidence against him. Like, that's hard. Like, they lied and said they got the shootout, but you could tell it was a different scenario. So he in a hard place. That's all I'm gonna say. But they basically they had evidence, physical evidence on Melly, allegedly, and they using the song. So if they're using the song and some physical evidence that's just make believe, maybe, possibly. Why is Melly still locked up? I'm about to go on my rant. Free Melly right now. We about to redo that right now. Free Melly right now. Tap them like buttons, chat. Subscribe to the channel. Hit me in the comment box. We're going to keep it a beam. We're going to talk about this one. But what I need you to do is this. Feed me 50K subs. 50K subs. Tap in right now with a like. We back at
It is definitely not a place you want to end up, even for a short stay. Upon arrival, Bobby and Rowdy Rebel were held in intake cells for 2 days, forced to sleep on the floor.
First, me and Rowdy, stuck
And that's some cold ass, hard ass floor.
it up. We used an intake before they take you up. They had us sleeping in there for like 2 days.
This kind of inhumane treatment has been a grim reality for Rikers inmates since the 90s.
Rikers are so overcrowded,
They put
just
that boy
finding
on
an
the island.
can be a problem. There's no room.
I see why Bobby acting the way he acting now, chat. They had this man on Rikers Island in 2/4 time, then they moved him, I guess. But That's a hard one in itself. Rikers Island, they gonna send me there.
There's actually no room. So where do they play?
Can't swim, nigga.
You mean sitting on the benches?
But once Bobby finally got a cell with an actual bed, his problems were only beginning. He spent nearly a year at Rikers just awaiting his trial, constantly going back and forth from court, having endless conferences with his lawyers, and making countless phone calls and visits in a desperate attempt to make progress with his legal case. He was held on an absurdly high $2 million bail, which he couldn't scrape together. Surprisingly, his label, Epic Records, didn't want to put up the money either. While Bobby was stuck on Rikers and unable to make bail, he at least had plenty of phone privileges. He made good use of this time, calling into shows like Ebro on Hot 97, giving public updates on how he was holding up behind bars. But of course, things took a turn when Bobby started getting a bit too fired up, suggesting that the NYPD was trying to frame him, which led to his call getting cut off.
4 or 5 cops that night that had just grabbed me up. They told me that, yo, I don't want my kids listening to your music, this and that.
Click up. That's
During that
fucked
call,
up.
Bobby shared some key details about his situation, revealing that he had been held in protective custody.
Like he did that shit.
They got me in PC,
Damn.
man. They got me in protective custody.
He suggested this might have
They got me
happened
on
because
PC,
initially it
man.
seemed like he
Got me
and
on
Rowdy
protective
Rebel were
custody.
in general population until they got into a serious altercation.
Have you and Rowdy been together this whole time?
Yeah, but they just took him to the box, man. You know, me and him had a little altercation with somebody, you know how that go.
This brawl, which happened in April 2015, involved 4 Crips, including Bobby and Rowdy, taking on 2 Blood Gang members they had an argument with. The fight escalated quickly, with punches flying on both sides until the guards broke it up using pepper spray. As a result, Rowdy got sent to solitary confinement, and Bobby eventually followed. Bobby called back into Ebro later that year, revealing he had also been sent to the box for fighting alongside Rowdy.
Whole bunch of rumors that stuff happened to me. Ain't nobody laying a finger on me yet. We went to the box over a little altercation.
I'm glad I don't show my chat on the screen. Shorty said he got his butthole tickled.
Put Rowdy in like this misbehavior.
Eventually, Bobby got a bit of a break from the horrors of Rikers Island, getting moved to the Westchester County Correctional Facility. After nearly 2 years rotting away in a cell, Bobby finally received his sentence, 7 years in prison. Fast forward to later, Bobby got moved to Clinton Correctional Facility in upstate New York to finish his sentence in protective custody. Despite all his efforts, a hearing in the week of August 18th, 2020, denied him parole. His conditional release date was set for December 11th, 2020 after serving his full sentence. However, after a review by the Department of Corrections, his credit for good institutional behavior was restored, qualifying him for conditional release on February 23rd, 2021, with the rest of his sentence to be served on parole. Bobby was finally released on February 23rd, 2021, under supervision by community members in Kings County, New York. Rapper Quavo even picked him up from prison.
Yeah, you already know you was in a dungeon with your boy K the fuck ass. All I ask you to do is this: feed me 50K subs, chat. We need them subs. Tap in right now with a like, hit the channel with a comment, subscribe to the channel, follow them tags up there. You see them? Let's go. Let's get this video out there. Get it in the algorithm. Smack it with a like. Don't just review it. If you see it, smack it with a like. Let's go. You was in a dungeon with your boy K the fuck ass. We out.